how many of you actually know that tonic actually originated in India. So the British soldiers, when they were in India, settled in India, they would always drink their gin, of course. But they were also having a big issue that was with malaria. They would, be always infected with malaria, and to treat them, they were given quinine. And quinine was very bitter, obviously. So later on, what they did was they found a way to actually add sugar, lime, or sugar, then soda and lime, and the quinine in that, and they created a kind of tonic. So that's how tonic water actually came into picture. So that's how gin and tonic became very popular, because the Britishers actually made that drink, and they would always enjoy that. In fact, the first tonic water actually originated in India. That's how the story goes. But in case of a Spanish gin and tonic, what they do is, the first thing is your glass. The Spanish tonic, gin and tonic, will always have a huge goblet glass or a wine glass, so that you have the a bigger portion which is there. You can fill ice with it, and let me just get more ice. Not 30 or 45, because then you won't get the taste of the spirit, because you would also be adding a lot of tonic water to it. So that's it. Take your, there are very good tonic waters now available in India. The brands like East Imperial or Swami or Fever Tree. So you can go for any of that. But I know right now we can only get this. The problem with Schweppes is that it has a lot of sugar in it. But if you like sugary tonic waters, it's fine. If you don't like it, then you can go for the other tonic waters also. That's not a problem. So you get the water and fill it till up. Okay, but don't fill it till top, just halfway there. Then drop a slice of orange and no problem. And take some black pepper, because what happens with Spanish tonic water, gin and tonic, is that it basically it is very aromatic. So you can add a lot of things in it. Like besides your any citrus fruit, you can add some nice black pepper in it. I'm going to add a little bit of mint as well, because you can add rosemary, or you can add in other fruits at times. You can add strawberries, and it has to be just nice and refreshing. And just give it a little stir. And your Spanish GNT is ready. Very refreshing. Try it out. Okay. Actually, a version of the Brazilian drink called caipirinha. So caipirinha is usually made of cachaça, but in case of caipirosca, it's vodka. Because it's as you know, the vodka originates in Russia, and in the 14th century, actually in Russia, people started making their caipirinhas with vodka, and they started calling it caipir vodka and caipiroska, and that's how the name came into picture. And so what we're going to do is, it's very easy actually. All you need to do is have some sugar, like proper raw sugar. You don't need to crush it, or you don't need any powdery form of sugar, just normal sugar. Then squeeze one lime into it, one small lime. Okay. Now you can have a little more of it, because more lime is better. But I'm going to make an Indian summer version of it. So I think if you guys have raw mango, what you can do is crush the raw mangoes into your glass. What is this? Okay. So just any kind of muddling. If you have a muddler, or you can just crush it with your spoon or something. And then, because I want the flavor of mango in the drink, we're going to do a mango chili Kaipraska, okay? So we have lime, mango, sugar, all in it. Now I'm going to add the ice. Fill your glass with ice, like till up, because Kaipraska requires a lot of ice. And then we're going to add the vodka. So this is a Beluga vodka special edition, so I'm just going to use that. You can use 45 ml because your glass is not very big. 60 ml would be probably too much, but depending on your mood, actually, you can use alcohol. Glass again with ice. These are all the cocktails which are very easy to make at home, and especially lots of ice. For summer, it's definitely special. Then you would add Patron Silver tequila, okay? So I have this Patron Silver. Be generous. Add maybe 60 or 90 ml of Patron tequila. Your glass. This is exactly that. See that? And now you top that with Coke. But better than Coke, I have found something else which works really well. Is this Jeeru, because Jeeru has a little bit of salt in it, and they would add also salt in the drink. So we can add, yeah, they can do that. So you take a little bit of salt. Usually they rim the glass with salt, but that's not a good habit, I feel. So you can add just a pinch of salt, or you can rim the glass with salt as well if you want that. And then top it up with Jeeru. You see that drink, how it turns. And just add a small touch of lime. So what Don Javier used to do in his bar is he would cut a lime with a knife, and when he would serve the drink, before that he would use the knife to basically stir his drink. And hence Batanga became very popular, because what happened is during the 90s, basically most of the bartenders all over the world, they would have to go to tequila and basically cities in Mexico to work in different distilleries and learn about bartending and different spirits and all. So most of them in the evenings, what they would do is they would hang out at La Capilla, and Don Javier would make these delicious batanga for them. And that's when they got so used to drinking batanga, they brought that popular batanga cocktail back to their homes, and that's how it became worldwide famous. So if you go on Google and do a type of the Batanga cocktail, you will get the story of Don Javier. But he usually rims the glass with salt, as I mentioned, and he would stir it with a knife. So that's a very interesting story. Very easy to make. It's nothing fancy, and the ingredient that you would definitely find in your house.